Ponniyin Selvan 2, Maniratnam shows how one can still make historical films without relying too much on grand over the top action sequences, but purely on drama that keeps you pinned right till the end. The film is a treat for the eyes. You can't enjoy Ponniyin Selvan Part 2 without having already seen Ponniyin Selvan Part 1, not unless you have already read Kalki's books. Ponniyin Selvan doesn't have a conventional film structure because with so many branching storylines, it is impossible. It is not just about Ponniyin Selvan, it is also about Aditya Karikalan and it is also about Vandiyathevan. The structure ends up being messy and hard to catch up with. However, Maniratnam brilliantly established the essence of each character with a few short scenes. Unlike those films, which were about larger than life imaginary heroes, Maniratnam largely focused on the interpersonal drama. The action might happen in a palace, but the grandeur comes mainly from the emotions of characters within its walls. Maniratnam decided to have a war scene in the end to give viewers an instant adrenaline rush. But this portion lacks strong emotional grounding and also lacks stunning visual effects. Regarding character arcs, I would say part 2 has some drastic shifts happening. And thus for someone like me who hasn't read the book, the narrative feels pretty compelling. Even the most predictable dilemma looks fascinating due to the less verbal approach taken by Maniratnam in conceiving a scene. If the highlights of the first film included brilliant scenes such as the one in which Kundavai dismantles an entire conspiracy with one clever tactic, the second film dwells on the vulnerabilities of the same individuals, none of whom are at their tactical best. Kundavai fails as a tactician, the same way in which Vandiyathevan fails as a protector. Nandini fails in her mission, much like how Karikalan remains as a slave to his past. The first film ended with Arunmozhivarman, played by Jayan Ravi, falling into the sea, but the second film doesn't begin from there. Instead, it goes back to that love story once again. A young Karikalan and a young Nandini falling for each other. It is fitting that the sequel begins to unfold with this innocence and with Nandini in focus, because it is what triggers the series of events in the plot: betrayal, war, and above all, vengeance. After the backstory, the story continues from where the first part ended. After being rescued by Umairani from the ocean, Arunmozhivarman is now severely ill. Vandiyathevan and Poonkodali decided to take him to the Buddhist monastery, where he can be cured. Meanwhile, Nandini along with Pandiyans decided to kill Sundarachola and Aditya Karikalan on the same day. The later half is more concerned with the fate of Karikalan, and Maniratnam feels the much anticipated moment between Karikalan and Nandini with so much dread and pain that we even forget the rest of the characters for a brief while. Vikram and Aishwarya are terrific in these portions, delivering performances that are so deeply heartfelt, filmed largely in close-ups. Both of them bring about all the complexities of this strange relationship, which is a dangerous mixture of passion and vengeance. There are two people who have brought out the worst in each other all their lives and are still unable to hate each other. The scene is perhaps the core of Ponniyin Selvan 2. This is Aishwarya's big comeback to Tamil cinema after many years. She is unbelievably good and delivers what is unarguably a career best performance. As always, Vikram shines with his charm and glory, beautifully captured through Maniratnam's lens. He displays flashes of acting brilliance, especially during the sequence where he learns that a plot is brewing against him. Jayam Ravi's character, Ponniyin Selvan, receives ample screen time and his performance is commendable. He is not a fierce fighter like his brother Aditya Karikalan, but he is a leader who knows the right course of action at every instance. That is far more heroic than the sword fighting. If Karthi was the life of the first part, who convincingly portrays the loyal character of Vallavarayan Vandiyathevan, Vikram and Jayan Ravi get their act together here with powerful performances. Despite the war sequence in the end, it is the interpersonal dynamics and drama between its main character that makes the core of Ponniyin Selvan. And about Kundavai's character, the combination scene between Vandiyathevan and Kundavai is visualized like a poem, and they nurture it with their performance. A. R. Rahman's music also plays an important part in captivating the viewer's heart with its pulsating beats and mystical beauty. In part 2, Maniratnam uses the songs mainly as background scores. You only get snippets of those songs. The movie has minimal areas of big scale fight sequences, and they have captured and presented those moments more realistically rather than following the slow motion pattern. With too many characters and conflicts, to be able to narrate this story with clarity is definitely a task, and to make it engaging and less typical is even more difficult. Devi Varman adds that visually striking layer to the dramatic moment of this epic. The choice of locations, ambient lighting, etc. for various scenes are very precisely chosen. Srigar Prasad has done a brilliant job of maintaining that curiosity through some parallel cuts. For a lot of people, the first part of Ponniyin Selvan couldn't recreate the magic of S.S. Rajamouli's Bahubali series, which mesmerized with its grand action set pieces. It was one of the major complaints for a section of audiences after watching the movie. Well, if your final take on Ponniyin Selvan Part 1 is similar to that opinion, then Ponniyin Selvan Part 2 is not your cup of tea. For me, Ponniyin Selvan is an excellent example of how to prioritize a story's drama while making epics, rather than going after visuals and sequences that project the film's grandeur. And that's all about the movie, guys. If you like the video, give a thumbs up and share your opinions in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe the channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.